What's happening, fam? Today we're about to tackle these dim halogen bulbs. Now that's bright. Let's check out this trunk light. Wow, these lights are insane. What's happening, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. This is your boy Luke. Welcome back again. For folks who haven't been to my channel before, thanks for stopping by, spending some quality time with me, and just enjoying building these rides or just making them better on the whole. But anyway, very proud to announce one of my newest sponsors, and it's been actually a year ago since I actually reached out to them, and you know what I mean, I finally got a little noticed, and they're called Lasfit. You'll see them by many names: Lasfit Auto Parts, Lasfit LED Lighting, but Lasfit. And the reason why they cleverly named their company that is because that's the last fit type of bulb you'll ever need for your car. And it is true. My wife actually took my daughter's 2017 Kia Forte to work today because I'm working on her minivan. This is a 2019 Kia Sedona. And the 2019 with automatic sliding doors and all this stuff still came with crappy halogen lights and bulbs on the inside. So at night when the doors open up, everything is pretty much yellow in there and you could barely see. So the reason why I brought up my daughter's 2017 Kia Forte was because when I had to change the low beams, it was the worst thing ever. There was a company that sponsored me some bulbs, and what ended up happening is those bulbs, you need an adapter, a special adapter, and you can get the adapters for cheap, like on Amazon or whatever. You can get a pair for 10 bucks. But what happens is when you put the adapter onto the LED bulb, what ends up happening is the adapter can possibly stick in the light housing and won't turn. The bulb is going to turn, but the adapter won't turn. And the cool thing, the reason why I reached out to Lasfit was because the adapters that go for whatever bulb, it's actually built onto the actual LED light. And that is cool. And that's the reason why about a year ago I reached out to them, because it was a pain in the behind working on that Forte. And now, a year later, they reached out to me, and we're slowly building a nice relationship. So Lasfit, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So what do we have here? So pretty much what I'm going to be doing is replacing most of the bulbs that are inside of this Sedona. Okay, now we have a wide array of them right here. We got 3 sets of these are festoon bulbs. It takes about 6 festoon bulbs inside the car, just in the main cabin. For the map lights, it takes these 912s, or these are T10 fittings. The reverse lights should be taking these are T15s or 921s. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today, and I'll be showing you how to actually get this stuff done easily, because it's a little bit of a trick to get the housings out to replace the bulb. Tools that you're going to need: pretty much a pry tool and a Phillips head screwdriver. Couple specs on these bulbs. If I miss anything, I'll just list it on the screen anyway. They have actually pretty cool canvas decoders. You can actually see the word canvas decoders. I don't know if it's going to focus, but they're canvas decoders on them, so they're non-polarity sensitive, meaning that you could put them any which way into the housing and it'll work. They're about 6000K white, and they have really nice heat sinks on them for heat dissipation. All right, so let's get into the install real quick. And voila, just like that, one of the panels are out. But let me show you how to do it really quickly. So if you notice, when you push right here, turns on, turns off. Now This side right here that you push on, you do not mess with. What you do is you take your pry tool, put it right here, and just pry. And you'll hear a click. Put it on the other side, and there you go. All right, guys, food for thought. Make sure, guys, give this enough time to cool down before you take it out. Mine's is cool, but I'm telling you, these things get super hot. So just be careful with that. All you gotta do is literally just wiggle it out. And that's it. You can use a little rag or whatever, but it's super easy to wiggle out. And there you go. These are the halogens right here. You can see, I don't know if you guys can see it or the camera's picking up, but there's some black spots on the bulb itself, on the sides. So these bulbs are gonna go anyway. Also, food for thought. This is something that I forgot to mention. If you guys have what they call dielectric grease, that would be fantastic. All you're doing is you're putting it on the tips that go into the housing in there. You're putting it on the male portion that go into the female portion. And what that does, it helps keep your connectors well lubricated and wicks any type of moisture from it. So you always have a great connection and prevents deterioration of functioning parts, if you get what I'm saying. So let's install these bulbs real quick. So guys, really simple. Pretty much there's a little bit of grease in the cap. You just take a little bit, doesn't take much. Just put it at the end. And guys, when you're holding the bulb, try not to, if your hands are dirty or anything like that, try not to touch the sides of the bulb where all the electrical components are. Okay? Try not to do that. Just take it, just paste it around the bottom right here, and that is it. You put the bulb in the receptacle, right in there, and that's all she wrote. All right, guys, I had to put the camera down. I needed two hands. I needed both hands to do this, so it's in. Guys, just remember, these bulbs, they're made super precise, so make sure you're putting them in properly into the proper grooves in the channel. So make sure you're inserting the male portion directly into the female portion. Try not to force it in. Shouldn't be forcing anything in. The bulbs fit exact. That's how Lasfit makes their products. Like even like height wise, they try to make it just like OEM, but better, if you get what I'm saying. And now, look at the difference in that. Oh man, 6,000 K right there. That's pretty freaking sweet. All you gotta do to put it back, so this portion here, this portion right here, that's the part you press. You put it in here like so, push, push. And there we go. Now guys, get into the middle, the back, and the trunk or hatch portion. These are all festoon bulbs. And now the same concept applies right here. You notice right here, you gotta press. I actually have the lights shut off right now so it can cool down. But right where you can press over here, you're not gonna be using your pry tool here. So you put your pry tool, this is the middle where it separates both lights. Just put the pry tool somewhere right around here. And that's how you do it. Then you do the same thing for the other side. And there you go. And these are the ones that take the festoon bulbs. I'll show you a comparison in a second. Guys, forgive her car. It is a mess with these kids, but this is how the festoon looks. Look at the huge heat sinks in the back. That's for optimal heat dissipation right there. You take either your fingers or just use your pry tool. Just pry that bad boy out. Pop this one in. Literally goes in like a glove, and then you just angle the body, and that's it. Let me turn the lights on real quick. OEM, LED from Lasfit. Look at that brightness. That is freaking bananas. It is so bright. So bright. So bright. All right, so let me shut this light off so this thing doesn't heat up too much because I got to take it out. So now, guys, remember, the same way you took him out is not the same way you put him back in. So since you pried the back end of this first and then you pulled the pressing part last, the pressy part goes in first, the part that you push that activates the switch, and then the back goes in last. And once you put it in, snap it into place. So now, that's freaking bright. So now, what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna change out the rest of these bulbs. There's a portion right back here. It's the same as this middle one right here. And this one right here, this is what they call the trunk light. If you notice, there's two little black indents right here. That's where you're gonna be prying to take this out. And then we're gonna be tackling the license plate lights. That's where your Phillips head comes in, and we'll change those as well. Hey guys, food for thought. I made a bit of a mistake. These two shadow tabs over here, those two spots that you see, those are for this plexi to hook into this fitting right here. The way you pry it out is from right here, where you'll see a car with the trunk opening. There's a little space right there. That's where you put it, and there you go. All right, guys, food for thought. You could tell that this has never been taken out before because I literally had to take a little pliers and turn it counterclockwise from the housing just to release it. And when I undid the screws, like here, when I undid those two Phillips head screws, the housing should just kind of like fall or be easy to just to come out, but it was like seized in there. So food for thought. And inside the socket, inside this receptacle, I don't know if you can make it out, the camera can focus, but it is a little bit corroded. So I'll definitely be using dielectric grease before I put the new bulb in there. All right, guys, the install is almost complete. I just wanted to tell you, I put dielectric grease as well on this rubber gasket right here. It mates up against this plastic piece, and watch how easily I can tighten this bad boy, untighten, tighten, untighten, tighten, untighten. Remember when I actually was taking this off, I had to use the pliers to get this off because that rubber gasket was literally seized up against the other piece of this plastic surface right here. All right, so let's test these bad boys out. All right, guys, I'm about to turn on the license plate lights real quick. Look at that. Now that's freaking bright. Now that's how it should be. T15 bulbs, these big ones, 921s, call for it in the reverse light as well. So pretty much to take these out, just pop this panel right here. This is the bulb right here. Turn, take it out, and just swap it out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back later and we will check out all the lights that we did tonight. See you soon. All right, guys, it's pretty dark outside. Check these lights out. Look how bright the inside is. It's pretty damn bright. Sorry for the windows being so dirty. These boys are ridiculous. Wow, that's pretty damn bright. This is from outside. All right, let's remote start this bad boy up. Wow, look at those license plate lights. Now that is bright. All right, let me see those reverse lights. Yeah, that's really bright right there. That's really bright. Guys, as I said before, the 921s or the T15s, those are for the reverse lights. They're pretty large and they have pretty much chipsets on the front and sides. That is pretty damn bright. Look how that lights up the entire area. That's beautiful, man. Let's go inside the car real quick. Wow. Oh, by the way, guys, that view from the outside, when I first turned the lights on, these windows are tinted and it still was bright through the tint. Now you see the real brightness on the inside of this. And by the way, that's not even with the added trunk light. The trunk light, the one we did all the way to the back, that festoon bulb is not even on. It's literally the stuff inside of the car right here. Guys, you know what to do. Definitely like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. This is like 100 times brighter than how it was. And I mean, it is bright in here. This is freaking awesome. Lasfit, thank you so much for hooking me up with these bulbs. I really appreciate it. Thanks for finally getting in contact with me, because as I said, I did my research. You guys do make a great product, and obviously it shows. Thank you so much. I'll put all the particular bulbs in the description, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take it easy.